working on again. So it's that one escape, we're using our hydraulic escape, and then we're gonna have those 3 variations to get out depending on how he reacts. And the first thing that we were doing was trying to get this guy low, because obviously if he's standing straight up, there's no ledge here for my hands to get that push power. So a few ways I can get him back down to the floor is, number one, if sometimes you get guys that are sitting here that are like leaning really far back and just kind of relaxing here, you can start using a foot in an armpit. And once you do this, they usually swim over the top and then try to drop back down. And then you can use that bridge to get them back. Another one, if they're just standing kind of 90 degrees or sitting 90, I can grab onto his belt with my elbows in, okay, so they're never in threat of arm bars or threat of the guy coming up with the high mount. So I just grab here, I got my feet loaded, I'm gonna bridge and pull at the same time to get his hands to the floor. It's a good idea to have your head sideways so you don't get incidentally headbutted. Another one that you can do is sometimes you do this, they resist, is I'll shift the knee to the center of his tailbone, and as I bridge off my left foot, the one that's on his tailbone is gonna nudge him forward. So I'm just gonna kick with my leg. So that one works really well on guys that are, if you need extra power with their leg. So you can use those. If you want to get a little bit risky, you can lift your arms up and grab from up here. You just have to know that the guy's coming into arm bars. So you can use that. Just as long as you know that he's coming into arm bars, you can use this pull. If he starts to come out, you just drop it back down quick. It's a little bit riskier, but either way, we're going to use one of those to get the guy under the floor. All 4 on the ground. I'm going to rotate my hands to the pelvic bone. I'm doing the exact same thing on the other side. So keeping my thumbs next to my index finger and my hands right on his pelvic bone. Okay? Here with my elbows in so the guy can't scoot. Because when I'm here, a lot of times the guy's going to cut my elbow, pull it out to the outside, and then scoop his knee up. Then I lose all my power there. So just make sure that these are in tight. Again, my legs are still loaded. I'm going to bridge hard with my hips and then continue that energy wave from my hips all the way to my hands. Here to here. Okay? Once I'm locked up here, this is where those 3 kind of variations come. If my partner's kind of way up high up near my chest, I'm going to shoot my legs through, okay? And then we're going to dive my hand in and then my leg through, rotate 90 and get ourselves into X-guard here. Okay? And that works well when the guy's leaning way up high. From X-guard position, the first thing I like to do is just kick my legs out, and that's going to get his hand on the floor, and then you can start using that position to get into your other stuff. Can we do it again? Here, I use another way to get him down. Knee in the center, bump him up, rotate my hands, bridge up again. This time, let's say he starts kind of in between or he starts sitting backwards. Okay? I'll shoot my leg through, control his knees, or sorry, his Achilles, and start kicking my legs out 45 degrees this way. And if you want, you can kind of shift right, left, as long as you control your his heels, or you can kick together. As soon as his butt hits, I fold the leg, and then now I'm driving up. So both my feet are lined up. I'm driving up into combat base, and I can just continue going over the top for the glide pass. In the case that the guy folds his legs up, and you'll see this a lot to make his center of gravity heavier. Right here, bridge, boom, and then he tucks his heels in almost like he's going to close guard. When this happens, the guy gets a little bit heavier, and the center of gravity gets a little bit tighter right underneath his belly button or his tailbone area. So in this case, what I'll do is I'll just add a little support because sometimes it gets heavier here. And I'm just going to try to kick him outwards and get his knees to the floor. So I keep kind of locked in, and I'm just going to kick him so his knees touch the ground. One more time, just keep your legs locked.
Okay.
Yeah, please. And I'll get him to this position. Whatever side my head's on, I'm going to do the overhook butterfly sweep. So I'll just sweep the overhook on the side that I have my head on, tuck this in tight, and I'm going to roll left. So lean back towards my left shoulder. Okay. I'm going to push off my left toe here, and kick. Boom. Just elevate right into the wrestling sit out. I've got the case of the hold. That side. In the case that the guy kicks the leg out like Rue did, so I bridge up, secure the hips, bridge. Here he crosses. When I start kicking and pushing outwards, let's say he puts his feet back down. Feet up forward. Yep. Here, in this position, I'm kind of in a precarious position. I'm not really sitting up. I'm not really sitting too low. I can go for that Mr. February sweep that we worked on last time. Go back up. Or once he's here with his feet, I can just lay back down, put my feet on his hips to create more space to start working into your spider guard and working the lasso guard stuff.